Alright guys, how's it going? So anyone who's been subscribed to me for a while knows that I used to have a pretty big Dreamcast collection, and when I stopped collecting I sold pretty much everything. All the big collections that were worth a few quid were sold off, and the one thing that I've sold that I've missed is the Dreamcast. I don't really miss any of the rest of it. So I've been after a Dreamcast for a while and basically wasn't willing to pay the ridiculous prices they're looking for them on eBay. But I had mentioned in one of my previous videos not too long ago that I wanted another Dreamcast, and my friend Retro Gamer Mickey, who you can find a link to his channel down in the description below, he actually lives a couple of towns away from me, and when I had mentioned in my previous video that I was looking for Dreamcast, he messaged me and said that he had one and I could have it for free. So yesterday Mickey arrived at the door with this box. From what I had described, he said, "I have an old Dreamcast, Len. You're welcome to it. I think it's missing the leads." So I was expecting, a Dreamcast in a plastic bag with a controller, it to be all yellowed and maybe work. But what I got was the complete opposite. So as you can see, it's boxed. The box is a bit tatty, the flaps hanging off, but I should be able to, tape up the flap and sort of get it back into its original shape. And yeah, for the most part, it's okay. I've seen a lot worse, so I'm really happy to get a box with it for a start. So inside we have two official controllers. Yes, if you watched my video of my least favourite controllers, I now have two of them, but they'll suffice until I get one of the Mad Catz controllers again. So came with the official VMU. Get the other pad out here. There you go. And it has the box for the VMU there. The cardboard insert. And a shitload of paperwork is here. All the original documentation. There's your paperwork from the Dream Key and Dream Arena, the instructions for the VMU, and all types of stuff. No actual discs with it, so I didn't get the Dream Key. Not that I ever bloody used it anyway, but yeah. So a shitload of paperwork. And the Dreamcast itself, it even comes with the plastic baggies, if you can see them down the bottom there. The Dreamcast itself is in exceptional condition, and the only thing that was missing was the cables. No power lead and no AV lead. So the power lead, I have a dozen spare power leads the same as that. So all I needed was a AV cable. So I went straight on the eBay yesterday after Mickey had left and ordered a cable, and it arrived this morning. So it's just a standard AV lead, and yes, I know I have had Dreamcast before. Get a VGA cable, blah blah blah. I will, but in the meantime, this was like a $5 delivered, so it was to get the thing up and running so I can test it. I got just a cheapo AV lead. So I have plugged it in already, and the light comes on. I stuck a copied game in, and it spun the disc up and made all the right noises. So it should work. I don't see why not. So yeah, what I will do is we'll take all this across to the TV, and I will test it out for the first time, and we'll see if it works together. Alright, we're over at the main television here, and I have it all plugged in. I actually just used the wire from a PlayStation 3 as the power cable. Just pulled it out of the back of the PlayStation 3. So I think it's all plugged in, and I think the TV's on the right channel, so I will lift the camera off here. Excuse the Skylanders, they're everywhere. Right, we'll power it on here, see what happens. Oh, good. Okay, date and time. Oh. Not getting no response from the controller. Take the VMU out. Yeah, it's working now. Cool. Don't worry about the date just now. Okay. So the first thing I will be doing on this is what I done to my last Dreamcast. They have a battery inside them, like a watch battery, for keeping the time. So what I actually did was they're soldered. The original ones are soldered in. So I take it out and I put a holder in, which means you can put a battery in, just take it straight back out again. So that'll be the first thing I do to this, and I will probably chip it as well. My last one was chipped, and it just makes it region free basically. Rather than having to desolder BIOS chips and stuff, you can just buy a chip at like £5 and put it in, and basically it plays anything you throw at it. So we'll have a look at the VMU and see what's on it. See what saves we've got. Jeremy McGrath Supercross, and that's all she wrote. Jeremy McGrath. Oh, delete all. Whoever owned this before Mickey must have, or maybe Mickey just played Jeremy McGrath and nothing else. Who shall we pick? We'll pick him. I like him. Their colour will do. Okay. That's a memory card reformatted. We'll have a little guy in pain there. Good. So I only have one game here. I had a shitload of copied games for the Dreamcast. Like, I don't know, 40 games. And I actually binned them all because I thought I'm never going to have a Dreamcast again. And I threw them all in the bin. And now I could do with them again. So I have one here which I burnt. It's Soul Calibur. And I don't even know if it works. It was listed as a self-booting game, but like I said, I haven't tested it yet, so we'll soon find out. I probably have to do the date and time again here. No. Is it going to work? It's just going to tell me to put a game in again. We'll soon find out. Like I say, I have no doubts this Dreamcast works. It'll be a bad burn on this game, or the game isn't self-booting. No, the game's definitely not working. I can hear it spinning. You hear it spinning now? Yep. Yeah, it's definitely a dodgy disc. Spin. It's spinning it and then stopping it again. Alright, so there does seem to be some sort of problem with the Dreamcast. We've been messed about with it for a while here. I actually have an audio disc in at the minute. It's just a burned CD. And what I've discovered is there's some sort of problem with the mechanism to detect whether the door is closed or not. So when you close the door completely, it thinks if the lid's still open. But what I've discovered is that if you close it until it's almost closed, it's just opened a little bit, it spins the disc and finds it. And it's searching, and there's it ready to go. So if I press play, but if I close the lid, it stops. So I'm going to have to pull it apart and figure out why that's not working. Hopefully it's just a build up of dirt or something. Alright, I have the top off the Dreamcast here. There's that battery that I was talking about. You see it there, the blue plastic around it. So they're soldered into the board, but you can unsolder it and put in a holder which allows you to switch out the battery at any time. So the problem with the door, this is hopefully you'll be able to see this, the light isn't great. This is your switch here. If I can get it so you can see it, there's a switch here, so when you close the lid, this part hits that switch, so as the lid closes. So when I first took it off, it was a bit sticky, so I may have to try and spray maybe some contact cleaner down into it. But what I'm going to actually do is we're going to take it back to the TV here and try it with the lid off. I can push this switch down with my finger, see if it makes any difference, see what happens. Alright, we'll see what happens here. If I push it so the door's open, I move down to your music section here, and if I hold the switch down with my finger, hopefully the disc will spin. Yep. Happy days. Just take my finger off it. Disc stops. Yeah, it was just a sticky switch. So I'll try it with a game now. There's it reading the disc again there. So I'll knock it off here and try it with a game. Because I'm holding the camera here, I'm going to use a bit of blue tack to hopefully hold this switch down for me, and then I can have an extra hand frame not holding the button. Try and do that without snapping the switch off. And I'll try our previously burned copy of Soul Calibur, which according to the internet is a self-booting game, so I shouldn't need to use a boot disc with it. There we go, spin straight up. It's looking promising. A good old noisy GD-ROM. Is it gonna load? Who knows? I haven't even cleaned the laser on this thing, so I may need to do a bit of servicing on the actual drive itself. You're doing this at the same time as I am. This is my first attempt at this. Okay, disk just spit. Oh, there we go. Took a wee while to boot, but that seems to be it now. If I get my remote control, wherever it be. Hello, dog. Try and get rid of the. Yep, get rid of the information from the TV. And 60 hertz, please. Awesome. Doesn't seem to have any skipping problems during the videos. Yeah, so just a sticky switch then. See, when I first took the lid off it, and I pushed that switch with my thumb, it was stiff, so there was definitely a problem there. And just moving it a couple of times seems to have fixed it. That's maybe why Mickey actually got this off someone else, one of his friends. So that's probably why Mickey wound up with it, because the guy thought it wasn't working. But I didn't even have to, apart from taking 4 screws out, I didn't have to use any tools. Happy days. I'm going to kick some ass on Soul Calibur now. Alright guys, well, video was a bit longer than I was expecting. Just had to do a little bit of farting about with it. This wee Dreamcast is maybe being a bit neglected. I will actually take the GD-ROM apart, the drive apart, and re-grease all the runners and the worm drive and stuff in it. For one part I will actually quieten it down because they're notoriously noisy, but if you put a little bit of Vaseline around it, it stops that noise quite a lot. And the next thing will be to replace the battery and probably stick a region chip in it, so I don't have to fart about with boot discs. Basically it'll just play anything you throw at it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video guys. It's a bit all over the place, I know, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching guys, bye for now. Oh yeah.